y'all could see the place that I was just at. I'm not gonna cap. I really do end up places that I'm just like, how did I get here? Apparently the place is like a, I don't know, man. Sometimes life really be given simulation. Like, in the mall,
First floor. Going up.
like, look at this lobby. Cats outside. Miami's such an interesting place because the culture is so incredibly different from Broward County, and it shows because the energy always gives gentrified, but the area, like, before the gentrification is still very much around. So it's just like weird. It be feeling kind of fake, I'm not gonna lie. But it's also because like everything's so built up, like buildings and everything is just like placed so oddly. City life is just weird. Okay, point is, city life is weird and very uncomfortable for me. But I think I know the reason why it's so uncomfortable, and it has nothing really to do with like the actual environment. It's just so far removed from what I'm used to. But the rest of this year is all about being comfortable stepping out of my comfort zone. So still setting my boundaries, but also like not being so scared to trust my gut and not being so scared to just take chances. I don't want to have any regrets in this lifetime, and I'd rather do it than not do it and wonder what if, you know? So I'm very, BMW, very excited for life and what's to come. And honestly, one thing about me, this year, well, at least the rest of this year, and my whole life coming from now on, I'm maximizing the minimum because that's what I've always done, and that's what I know that I'm good at. So I will continue to do that and continue to level up. Sasha is currently applying for her last job before she becomes a superstar, and it's pretty. I'm just waiting for the Genius interviews about, I used to work at such and such place that shall not be disclosed.
I'm about to name all the jobs. Name how many jobs Sasha Camila's had. Like, no, but I actually have like worked so many jobs. I like this song.
How did we get to songs? I thought you were finishing your application.
Oh my bad, I went on SoundCloud.
How did you get to SoundCloud? What are you doing?
I'm not the one bicyclist.
Oh my. Okay, so in this video, I wanted to just like talk about the importance of having a strong tribe, having strong people around you who actually care about you as a person. And it's crazy because we have to go through pain to honestly know what peace is. We gotta go through haters to know who our lovers are. Like, it is what it is. You have to really evaluate your circle, and even if that takes, you need time alone to do that. Do that. And when the universe removes people out your life, let them go. Because if you like me, if you anything like me and you hard-headed and you need things to physically be taken from you, well, not anymore, but you needed things to physically be taken from you, you know what I'm talking about. I think a lot of the times, you know, when we're giving our all into something, we lose sight on the fact that like even if we are giving our all into something and we do have the best intentions of whatever the situation is, if it is not meant for you, it will not be. It will not be. No matter how many choices and whatever if the puzzle piece do not fit, is not going to fit. You would have to change the puzzle piece, and unless you are willing to change yourself to fit in, yeah, not me. And that's the thing too, I don't want anybody around me to ever feel like they have to be something other than themselves. And that's honestly how I felt like around a lot of people, that like people I was dating, people I was friends with. Why did you feel like that, Cara? I'm a very observant person, right? And which is a good and a bad thing, because I'm learning. I am an introvert, and introvert has nothing really to do with anything. Well, not nothing, but introvert isn't just like, oh, I'm just like to myself on the wall, don't want to talk to nobody. Introvert just means that you see your word inward, right? So you see the word inward out. So anytime that like I would be evaluating these situations and these different things, I'm always going inward. And like since I was little, I was always around people who were intimidated by me, honestly, like intimidated by me, or felt like I was challenging them when I was simply just being myself. And I would see how people would treat me and people would switch up, so it made me switch up and be like, okay, well, I'm going to try and be passive, I'm going to try and be humble, I'm going to pretend like I'm not good at things so that people will at least get a chance to know me. But in reality, like, how could you know me if I'm pretending to not be me?
Honestly, is that when like it's the others?
Yeah, if she's
I'm a masochist,
then yes.
because I like to
She
receive
likes
things.
to receive.
Oh, okay. The statement was weird. I didn't know what you were.
I'm
inferring.
saying that because
That's how she lived her life.
no. I think all my Gemini's friends are violent and chaotic
I don't think so.
in a peaceful way. Well, that's
What?
fine.
What is violent and chaotic?
It's the duality, guys. It's
I
the
needed
duality.
that in a friend, you know.
Because I'm sitting on the
Or the full version of me. And you know, like, that's something I've always struggled with, because naturally I'm a very authentic person, and I think that is crazy to me that I was pretending to be humble. I was really pretending to be humble. And honestly, it's really good that I was, listen, I'm not gonna cap. Everything happens for a reason, because thinking about it, if I would have really showed people the sauce, I don't think they would have known what to do with it anyways. So it doesn't really matter. A lot of the times, people like the idea of you. They really do. But they don't like you, and that's okay. That's okay if they don't like you. They're not supposed to, okay? The girls who get it, what? Get it, exactly. So why would you try to mold yourself to be something acceptable or likable for people who honestly and truly don't matter? And they matter at their point in time. Like, everyone has their moments. Like, people are teachers. I learn from everybody that I meet. I don't care if you dislike me or like me, I'ma learn from you. Why? Because that's how I grow. That's how I get better. Like, around a lot of people, like, I was always very open at first, right? And I got to a state where I became so on edge that everybody just like, I'm just guard up all the time. I finally got around people who were just like, what are you doing? I realized that, like, dang, okay, now I'm being the enemy, because I'm blocking my own blessing. And I can't allow, you know, the past or how people treated me in the past to affect my future. I cannot, because that's giving them power. That's giving them power over your life. One of the best things about being in control of your reality and in control of the world that you're creating for yourself, just erase people from the picture. Like, if they don't belong there, if they're not there now, they never existed. I'm just kidding. Don't do that. Let the universe bring people to you that feel like peace, that feel like art, that feel like joy, that feel like abundance, that feel like prosperity. When you want those things in your life and you are abundant in those things, right? it's going to be everywhere, meaning in the people, in the things that you see, in the way that you dress, in the way that you talk, and it's going to be everywhere. So if you are around a bunch of people who are always tearing you down or making you feel less than, you don't need to be around them peoples. With great power comes great responsibility. But one thing is, when you first get them superpowers, boy, you was just burned. I don't know if y'all seen Black Lightning, but like when China's character got her powers, like she was just destroying things. Like she was just off. Like she was wilding. And that's kind of how I felt. Like I really felt like I was just wilding, and like something really came and just like my higher self came and was like, can you get it together? Thank you. Please. Appreciate it. And now, listen, get with the program or be upset that you did not get with it now. Because one thing about me, I know that I want people to live a life that's beautiful. Like, and whatever, you know, beauty's in the eye of the beholder, right? But I do want people to live a life that is beautiful to them. Destiny is more like your nature. Like if you're destined to be somewhere, the universe, God, the Most High, they will move you there. They will move you there. If you are meant to be there, you will be there. Okay? Know that you're meant to be there. How you were raised is nurture, is preparing you for where you're supposed to be. So don't get discouraged. Don't give up. And one thing, do not stop trying. Do not stop trying, because the moment that you stop trying, you have failed. You do have a goal in doing something, stick to that goal. You got it. You got it. And yes, surround yourself around people who are good for you. Don't listen. If you feel like there's a parasite in your life, extract them, get rid of them, execute them, exterminate them, get them out of there, okay? Because you don't want them to have to take a clamper and pull that thing out of you, because it's a lot more painful. So if you do a detox and you get that parasite out of you, you will be good.